Hey guys, welcome back. A few months ago we handed you our brief outlining our requirements for the design of a brand spanking new next generation container terminal. Now existing terminals like the one you can see would totally fail to meet our requirements on every level, because we really need a step change, something that we can truly call next generation.
More than that, we need an innovative solution. We have had the shipping companies coming to us for months now, complaining that the ships require too much time for turning around. And as you know, nowadays, these shipping companies are using triple E ships, which are very big vessels, and they can hold 18,000 containers each. Now, it's costing them £20,000 per hour for having these ships sitting in the port.
Yeah, you guys don't need us to remind you that the shipping industry is one of the most competitive in the world, so we'd love to see what you come up with.
Yeah, but as you know, these people, I don't think that they will provide a good presentation, so good as the presentation of Group 1.
Yeah.
You know that I want to get my checkbook out there and then.
Well, I think what we've come up with is something really bold, something that I hope will make your competitors really stand up and pay attention.
Our solution will provide you a reduction of 53% in turnaround time for large vessels. This is from the industry normal of 15 hours down to just over 7.
Fantastic.
As you said yourself, with the large cost of keeping ships in port, this alone saves you £150,000 per visit. Not only this, we've decreased the turnaround time of medium and small vessels by 43% each.
Yeah, that's right. We've increased the overall efficiency dramatically throughout the port. And this is underpinned by the internal container transfer movement, which actually is increased by 30% alone.
These are some impressive statistics you're coming at us with, so...
Yeah, they are quite impressive, but as you know, money matters. So let's move on to the key question. How much is it going to cost us?
Well, the total cost of our proposed solution is £7.9 billion to cover construction, mobilization of the port infrastructures.
£8 billion?
Yeah.
I think this money is quite a lot.
Yeah, I agree. £8 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to find out how you're going to spend it.
I agree it's a lot of money, but we've made a short presentation, and we'd like to show you and guide you through each aspect of our port, which will really show it as a base for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, we are G2C2.
We asked you next generation terminal, but I think this is something completely different from what we have seen so far. Do you think that this looks like a port?
It's a very bold statement you're making with your
agree
layout
with
there.
that?
Could you give us a general overview of what we're looking at?
I completely agree. It's very innovative. But bear with us. The layout you can see provides ample water frontage for 20 quayside berths and 3 indented berths required to meet demand. In conjunction with the overhead rail transportation system, it provides optimum container movements.
Yeah, carry on, please. Nice sketch.
It's a very impressive model.
It is. Okay, can you please stop the video? What are we looking right now? I mean, is this something innovative? Because I don't see anything innovative so far. We asked you an innovative solution.
I'm sure many of us have seen plenty of operational quayside berths in the world, but yet you've somehow ensured a 43% reduction in turnaround time for small and medium ships. This is a very impressive statistic, but could you explain how you've achieved that?
Well, I'm sure you're aware crane improvements in quayside crane productivity have been have been barely able to keep up with developments in container ship size. In fact, cranes built in the 50s could almost match the productivity of those used today.
Yeah, and that was a big problem for us. So we tried to develop a few concepts as to how we could improve them, get around it. And what we came up with was to develop a system where you can simultaneously load and unload a container ship using the crane at the same time. So every time a container is unloaded, it would leave a gap on the ship, and then this can be filled with a container which can then be transported on the ship later on. So basically, it enables us to double the productivity of each crane.
It's an ingenious approach.
Can you please stop the video? I mean, what is exactly this red? Is it a kind of, I don't know, it says a rib crane? I mean, it's completely innovative. I've never seen something like this before.
It's an outlandish design you've come up for a berth configuration. I mean,
Yeah, it's weird.
I think there's only maybe one port in the world that's tried this and they haven't made it work. So, can you tell us a bit more about yours?
What you can see here is one of 3 indented berths. This has been used on other ports, however, only with conventional cranes, where one crane is assigned to 6 rows of containers. Because of this, there's no additional benefit because you can't store any additional cranes compared to conventional quayside berths.
Yes, and following on from this point, as you can see here, the actual makeup of the berth, it's important that all the benefits are actually taken within our design and our unloading methods. So in order to make an efficient unload rate of all the containers that come in and out from the ship, we are required to actually not use the design of conventional quayside cranes, and we have decided to build a structure which actually straddles the entirety of the ship, which enables for unloading on both sides.
In addition, as a result, proximity of cranes is not a problem. It's not a problem. So there is a lifting arm above each row of the containers on ship. Therefore, for EEE class ship, 24 containers can be unloaded at the same time, which dramatically reduces the time taken to unload and reload each ship.
Yeah, go on, please.
It's very impressive structure.
Can you stop the video, please? Okay, I think that me and my colleague, we are both impressed from this rib crane and this view. But it's quite innovative. And you said that you have 24 containers unloading at the same time. So can you handle all this amount of containers?
Yeah, combining this with the impressive unloading rates from the quayside cranes, of which there are many, how exactly is your storage yards going to cope with all of this intense hub of activity?
I think key to our whole terminal design is an overhead rail transportation system, which is shown through the middle here. This links every aspect of our port, so it runs through the cranes, to the quayside cranes, and then runs through each storage yard. So every time a container is unloaded onto the structure, it can be transported to any area of the terminal straight away.
Yeah, I should develop upon that point really. As you see as the video is moving here, each container is actually placed upon one of these trolleys that you can see. And these trolleys then run on top of the AUX system and take it to its destination.
In addition, this bespoke electrically powered trolley can travel 50% faster than the existing internal transportation system at a cost reduction of 60%.
Okay, just a minute, please. If I am right, I watched the containers stacked in cells. I mean, we have never seen something like this before, and we have more than 30 years of work experience.
Yeah, I mean,
It's quite innovative.
it's very innovative. Can you give us more details on the shelves and the equipment that's going to be used to unload them?
Yeah, I think in traditional container ports, each container is stacked one above the other. This makes it very difficult to retrieve a container which is on the bottom. And so we've developed shelving which enables the immediate retrieval of any container at any height in the stack. So this will dramatically reduce the retrieval time and the deposit time into the container storage yard, and will allow us to cope with our high unload and offload rates when we need to retrieve containers very quickly.
Go on, please.
As you can see here, this is our on-land transportation area we've got. Each container is removed by a gantry crane from the ore system up here and is placed onto the awaiting transportation, i.e. a truck or a train.
Okay, I have a question in my mind. So far, I think me, my colleague and the audience, we are very impressed from what we have watched in that video. But we have watched too many containers, many ships, and you have also a lot of trolleys on top of this old system, as you like to call it. So is there any operating system that controls all this stuff?
Yes, but combined with the stacking vehicles as well. How do all these aspects interact with each other?
Well, we have automatic terminal operating system made of 4 subsystems controlling ship-to-shore movements, transfer of container on overhead system, deliver and extraction of container in the storage yard, and the check-in system to ensure security of each container.
Go on, please.
Only £40 per container. It's an impressive figure.
Yeah, it is.
So I think I'd like to conclude this feature presentation which we've given to you here. I think with all our aspects we provide both an efficient and very innovative solution. We've enabled a 53% reduction in turnaround time for the large vessels and also a 43% reduction for both the medium and the smaller vessels as well.
We've made local efficiency improvements throughout the terminal, innovative layout, bespoke cranes, and improvements in container handling throughout and at storage yards. All of this, in conjunction with the overhead rail transportation system, makes a more efficient system.
And yes, as well as those local improvements, we've also got global improvements across the entire site, and we believe that this actually will revolutionise the way in which container handling is done today.
Well, I think all of you should be very proud of the work which you put in to your presentation and your proposal. It has been very, very informative. You've certainly been very innovative, meeting our majority of our requirements. We have your reports we're looking over in the meantime. We have no more questions, I think. But I suppose, are there any other questions?